Hello, welcome to the Cindy Show with Lily and Rosie. Today we're reviewing the 1997 Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, starring Brandy, Paolo Montalban, Whitney Houston, and Bernadette Peters. This is a musical TV movie romance, and in our opinion, the top Cinderella musical that has ever been made. One thing we really liked about it, something interesting, is some of the shots that they used were really long in this Cinderella movie. For example, Cinderella and the prince meet at the marketplace, and they sing this song before they've met, and they're kind of walking throughout the marketplace. They haven't met yet, and it's about a full minute long. The whole song they're singing the entire time, which is really cool. And the actors and actresses they chose to play the characters, like the stepmother, the stepsisters, the queen, of course, the lovely fairy godmother, Brandy, the prince, are all amazing singers.
Mm-hmm. Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston, yeah. Definitely the best musical Cinderella movie adaptation. Mm-hmm. They've done ones before, which you kind of wanted to talk about, this one versus another one that they attempted back in 2021.
Yeah, so they did a version with Camila Cabello, and in that one, interestingly enough, the prince and Cinderella met in the marketplace, just like they did in this 1997 Rodgers and Hammerstein version. Mm-hmm. So they probably, I think they kind of stole that.
yeah, they definitely stole it.
But yeah, similarities. The thing is, this version did it much better than the Camila Cabello version. In that version, they mishmashed a bunch of radio hit songs and made that the musical, like songs you would hear in a grocery store, you know, and just like put them in and try to fit them into the plot of the Cinderella movie. Yeah. Not so for this Rodgers and Hammerstein version. Mm-hmm. They are excellent songwriters. Mm-hmm. They picked really good actors and actresses that could sing, and they did an amazing job, and it just all went together seamlessly.
Yeah, it was a really well put together TV movie. And was it cheesy? Yeah, it was cheesy, but in a way that wasn't insulting. The things they did add made the movie even better. Like they added songs. For example, Bernadette Peters, she plays the stepmother. She is an amazing singer, so they gave her a song to sing from another musical. And they added a couple other songs too. But those additions to this Rodgers and Hammerstein's adaptation just made the movie so much better. Whereas other things that they've tried to add in other movies, like the 2021 version, making the fairy godmother a man dressed in a dress, it wasn't good. It was insulting. Where this one, it still stayed very true to the Cinderella story, but added some beautiful original pieces. And just the cast, it's so diverse.
The cast is so good. Whoopi Goldberg as the queen. She was hilarious. Yeah. She had like those squeaks that she would give, like.
I read that she actually made those up. Those weren't scripted.
Okay.
Yeah. She's a great addition.
Yeah, she's so good.
I can't think of any of the cast members who I think didn't meet the bar and surpass it. Yeah. Especially Brandy and the prince and Whitney Houston. They were so good.
Well, and even the stepsisters, they did a great job of making them goofy, but also just like endearing, and just helps with, it wasn't too goofy that it was over the top. It was just the right.
Definitely a comedy. This one's definitely a comedy. They don't take it too seriously, which is good, because again, like, kind of almost love at first sight. It's maybe not the best message, but it's a fairy tale. It's a classic, not meant to be taken seriously. Very goofy.
And you wanted to talk about the similarities between the entrances.
Yes, the ball entrance scene where Brandy, Cinderella, is entering the ball. She's descending down some stairs. The directing for that scene is so similar to the 2015 Disney Cinderella, where Cinderella is descending the stairs. She sees the prince sees her, and they go back and forth. They finally walk up to one another. I think they briefly touch, and then they just go right into dancing. The shots are so similar. I think the 2015 version was trying to pay tribute to this 1997 version. It's very similar.
Yeah.
And both are very beautiful films.
Yes.
You wanted to talk about some of the facial expressions of some of these characters.
Yes. So speaking of the stepsisters, they have some amazing facial expressions, and you know, it's one thing to be a good actor or an actress and everything, but to really do your acting not just with your voice but also with your facial expressions, that is a lot. You know, just there's so much that's expressed non-verbally. You know.
Yeah. Some of the looks that Cinderella and the prince give one another are really funny and sweet too. Another scene I liked was the 10 Minutes Ago song that the prince sings and then Cinderella joins in with him. That scene is about 1 minute and 46 seconds. I looked it up, where they're singing while dancing and everyone's dancing around them, and the camera doesn't cut away. It's one shot, which is really impressive, similar to the marketplace scene. That I loved that they put in so much effort to get that right. It's very impressive. That was really cool. Another kind of comparing this to the 1957 version, which we also reviewed. That one was great in its own way. There were things we didn't like about it so much. This is definitely the best remake of Rodgers and Hammerstein's, because the things they added, like meeting at the marketplace versus the 1957 version of meeting at the ball, made the story just kind of fit a lot better with the love story, the romance, and the songs and the acting. We love Julie Andrews, but the cast as a whole in this one, kind of together, it just built up the story and made it so good. Kind of some fun facts. This movie actually broke records as a best-selling video for a made-for-TV movie, which is understandable, and it's Brandy's TV movie debut. Similar to Camila Cabello, she's a pop star.
Yeah, so it's interesting comparing those two, how it really didn't work for Camila. They chose songs for her that didn't really fit her voice, like the Million songs,
A Million to
One. It sounded like she was hurting her voice when she was singing that, and we know she has a nice voice, so that's really sad. So for Brandy, they really got it right, and they had her sing really for the whole movie. They had the actors and actresses sing songs that were good for their voices, and all of them had really good voices, so that helped. So this was an example of doing it right.
Yes, you could see the chemistry between the actors and actresses, like Brandy and Whitney Houston interacting. You can just see that they liked each other. Same with Cinderella and the prince. Their chemistry, just as people interacting, was cool to watch. It was sweet and funny. There were a lot of things that made this movie great. So many different things, but all of it together, it's just the best musical. And I don't know if they could make a Cinderella musical that could top this one.
Yeah. So this is a classic for sure.
What were we gonna rate this one, Lily?
So we're gonna give this a really high rating. We're gonna give this an 8.5.
Okay.
This is a really good version, classic. It would be really hard to top.
Yep. very hard to top. Yeah, despite like technology advancing, this one feels timeless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, with Whitney Houston in it, you know, she's no longer with us anymore. So, you know, it's just classic.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, all of it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what Cinderella movie adaptation you would like us to review next in the comments. Alrighty.
Bye.